Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to Pure Brain Joy. Friends, this famous story is about a mysterious murder in a hotel, which has been a puzzle to the world for the past 89 years. This case is also known as the Mystery Room 1046. On January 2nd, 1935, a man named Ronald T. came to stay in a hotel named Hotel President in Kansas City, USA. He asked the hotel staff for the last room on the 10th floor. They gave him room number 1046. Here, the hotel staff noted some interesting things about this man. First of all, this man had no belongings of any kind. Another was a wound on the left side of his head with no hair on it. Thirdly, his left ear was shrunken. Anyway, a bellboy accompanied Ronald to his room. When Ronald reached his room, he took out a comb and a toothpaste from his pockets and placed them on the table. As the bellboy started to leave, Ronald called out to him, "Don't close the door. A friend of mine is coming to see me today." The bellboy left the door of his room opened and left by himself. Friends, after some time, a maid of this hotel, whose name was Mary Soptic, came to clean his room. Mary noticed that Ronald had turned off all the lights except one lamp and was sitting on a chair in the corner of the room. Mary cleaned Ronald's room and left quietly. But Mary found this behavior of Ronald very strange. After some time, Mary again came to Ronald's room to give him fresh towels. This time Mary saw Ronald quietly lying on his bed, staring at the ceiling. Mary noticed a piece of paper on the side table. It was wrote, "Don, I'll be back in 15 minutes, wait for me." Friends, the next day, which was January 3rd, 1935, Mary came again to clean the room. She noticed that the room number 1046 was locked from outside. She kept knocking on the door for a long time, but when the door did not open, Mary opened the door with the master key. When Mary entered the room, she saw a strange scene that shocked her. She saw Ronald sitting silently facing the wall. Mary started cleaning the room. Meanwhile, the telephone in the room started ringing. Ronald picked up the phone and said, "Don, I'm not hungry. I had already my breakfast." After that, he hung up. Ronald sat down again facing the wall. Now, she was really afraid of this person. Mary quickly finished her work and left the room. After a few hours, Mary started giving fresh towels to all the rooms again. When she knocked the room number 1046, someone else started talking from inside. Instead of Ronald, when she told him that "I want to give fresh towels," this person angrily refused. Mary left there quietly, but at the same time, she was thinking, who's this other person could be? The technical department noticed that the telephone of room number 1046 was off. So the technical department of the hotel sent a technician to fix the telephone of room number 1046. When the technician knocked on the door, Ronald opened the door in state of sleep. The technician left after fixing the telephone. After about 2 hours, the telephone of room number 1046 seemed to be off again. So once again, the same technician was sent by the hotel to fix the telephone again. He saw that the Do Not Disturb card was hung outside Ronald's room, but he still started knocking on the door. Friends, Ronald called with a very low voice from his room, "Come in." The technician stood there for a long time because the door was not opened, but after a long period of time, when no one came out of the room, the technician felt that there is something wrong with this room, so he called the hotel manager and they opened the room with master key. As soon as they entered the room, their eyes saw a scene that surprised them. They saw that Ronald's neck was wrapped by a telephone's wire, and there were 5 stab wounds of dagger on his chest. Ronald's bed was covered in blood, and there was blood all over the walls of the room, but Ronald was still breathing. He was taken to a nearby hospital. When he reached the hospital, the doctors asked him, "Who did this to you?" At this, Ronald said, "I just fell." After saying this, Ronald fainted. On the other hand, the police started searching in room number 1046, but they found nothing. Friends, the police were shocked that Ronald's coat, shoes and shirt were missing from the room. When the police questioned the employees of the hotel, all the employees said that they did not see anyone coming or leaving Ronald's room. Mary told the police that she heard Ronald talking to a man named Don. The police were just waiting for Ronald to regain consciousness so that they could question him about that man, but unfortunately, Ronald died on the night of January 4th, 1935. Friends, the case was so confusing that even the police were wondering who Ronald was and where he came from, because the police couldn't even find Ronald's ID card from room. The mysterious murder of room 1046 at the Hotel President was covered in many newspapers so that at least Ronald's family could be traced, but nor even any of his family members contacted nor any friend. After that, Ronald's dead body was sent to the mortuary. The surprising thing is that an anonymous person had sent an amount of $32 to the mortuary so that Ronald would be buried with dignity. When the police came to know about it, the police tried hard to find this man, but this time too, the police faced failure. After about a year and a half, the Kansas City police received a call. It was the call of a woman named Ruby Ogletree. The woman said a thing which revived the case of room number 1046. She told the police that the person who died in room 1046 was my son, and his name was not Ronald, but his name is Artemus Ogletree. And this woman also told that Artemus was from Birmingham, USA, and Artemus ran away from his home in 1934 and went to California. The woman also told that she received a call from an unknown person who told her that her son was living in Egypt and had married a rich girl. It was your son who asked me to deliver this message to you, whatever Ruby told the police. But it made the case even more complicated because the police could not figure out that who the Don was that Ronald talked to. And why did this man kill Ronald so brutally? For this reason, the case of room number 1046 is still unsolved. So that was the mysterious case of room 1046. Hopefully guys you liked the video. See you in the next video. Masalama.